Welcome everyone. I just noticed that this flame right here is reflecting in the stone. That's really cool. So we have 5 flames today. And I dropped, the wax was getting on the table as well. I was trying to light this candle over here, the single one. And no matter how many times I put the flame inside the glass, the energy from the flame was putting out the flame. The energy from the candle upside down was putting out the flame. No matter if I cleared the prior smoke from trying to light it, or it just wouldn't light. When I used a match, it did light though. So very interesting. All right, just a quick few breaths and we'll get right into it. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Into your heart. Transmute, transform, transcend, and clear. Send that love light out wherever you'd like it to go. Another deep breath. One more deep breath. Thank you for joining me. Sending so much blessings and love out to you guys. I was getting the energy of really strongly to send love to Mars. It was intensifying right there. But again, the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun, and Venus and Mars were coming up joined. So that energy of the masculine and the feminine coming up there. And also that picture I showed you the other day of Atlas with the weight of the world, and with one head connecting to the pregnant feminine carrying the weight of the world in her belly. That energy was also coming up with Venus and Mars. So let's go ahead and roll the die. Some really powerful stuff came up. The blue Avians came in for me today. From Elena's book, A Gift from the Stars, Elena Denon. It was very interesting too because the system that came up in the book was Caryon, C-A-R-Y-O-N. And I'll get into that message in just a second. So I just have a quick message from today. I want one big message of the day, and then I have the Twin Flame abbreviated read on the table. Today is July 28th, 2023. It's my brother Len's birthday. Happy birthday, Len. My big brother. Let's see here. For the Twin Flames, July 28th, 2023. All right, so we have the South Node here, which is in Libra right now, which is something new since 717. So Libra is all about balance in the scales and justice, perhaps destiny there. We also have the one of the Magician, which is also Gemini energy. That can have Virgo energy as well in it for me. And then we have Aquarius over here. So again, and I'm getting Cassiopeia as well with the W's. The one is in the middle, notice, right? So the oneness, unity with the age of Aquarius on the right and the South Node on the left, right? What are we letting go of now? Are we letting go of any indecision? Are we letting go of the need to people please? All right, some of those Libra vibrations are coming up. And coming to the middle. But again, it's reinforcing the masculine energy in the middle. So really transmuting the masculine energy, collapsing the polarities to the middle, specifically for the masculine. And again, we have these 2 air signs around the one, which is Gemini, right? So we have 3 air signs. That's a lot of air coming up right there. I was guided to put my eggs on the table too. So there is that childlike birthing energy definitely coming up today. Okay, I posted on Instagram as well, messages, the it's the Two of Cups and the Two of Wands today, so check that out. I also posted a message from this message of the day that I'm doing now, the message that I got this morning from the Fortunes Oracle deck. So first, let's see here. All right, so here is the, let's see the other one. Just give me 1 second. All right, so the cards came out like this. So you see the underlying energy is the number 1. But I'm going to show you on the next picture with this card here underneath the underlying energies. So it's the same picture, but with that. So we have the all for one, one for all on the underlying energies. And below that, coming up in my message, started from the angel there. And you see how the angel and the phoenix are matching each other. Okay, with the dragonfly, 2 is 1 heart. The dragonfly pulses as a heart when it mates. And also it's coming up as the beautiful mind, the etheric wings. And of course the lovers is coming up there. So I'm going to give you the message regarding that. This was very beautiful. So again, the blue avians coming through. And again, that's apparently, which I'll give you that information from Elena Donat's book, A Gift from the Stars. It says that the blue avians were from the man system, and they had to do self-hybridization in order to align with the Orion system that they ended up cultivating. So they are bird-like human people, but they're still human, and very benevolent energies. So here we go with the messages. So from the Fortunes Oracle that I just showed you, the underlying energy of abundance, and this was pulled at 10:58 this morning. The Wheel of Fortune and the 4 of Swords, which for me is the 5D connection between the twins. We had the 18 of the Lovers, the 8 of the Dragonfly, the 25 of the Phoenix, the 35 of the Wish, the 33 of the Unicorns, and then 3 cards also came up kind of like as a side note of 20 of Marriage, 9 of the Eagle, and 4 of Birth. And September 4th could be coming up right there too. Definitely it was bringing up the seasons of going from Gemini, Cancer, Leo into Virgo. So all 4 signs were being highlighted here. And of course we have the 4 of Birth, which is also Aries, and of course Aries is in the North Node, opposite Libra in the South Node right now. So the underlying energy of one for all, ALL, and all, AWL, for one. Again, the whole maker of the 41, which is the Ace of Cups, for me comes up as the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is the hole at the Y in the road, the 0 point field. And the Grail is God's rail. It's that tunneling effect of the portal, that suspended animation energy. So the one for all and all for one of everyone coming together on the same page in unity, right? Service to others. After the 2 of the angel and the 14 of the angel's judgment or decision, the 32 of the transformation and 1 of abundance. To open your wings and literally open your arms like your wings and see how uncomfortable it is to hold that position. And you really need to stretch that energy right there. Put your arms up like wings and stretch them back like you would your wings, and see how difficult it is because of all the trapped energies in your shoulders. So release some of that energy. Don't hurt yourself. Open your wings, open your heart like an open book, like I've been saying all week. When you square the shape of the heart, it becomes an open book. And breathe. Again, the heart is directly connected with the lungs. You know this, which is connected to the wings. So this card with the open book was guiding me to open Elena's book. So I opened it to page 228 to 229, which is the Carians at C-A-R-A-Y, known as by us as the Blue Avians, the Carina system, and they are the Carrion. The Carrion, but spelled C-A-R-Y-O-N. The original Lon Collins, who settled in the Orion zone, which was very tropical and damp, more so than their man system prior, so they mutated by hybridization with local species. They are humanoid with bird features, blue feathered bodies and wings, and sharp faces like birds, while preserving their culture and their humanity. So still mammals and members of the GFW of peace and rarely leave their planet. They have peace treaties with the Eban and the Grail systems, which are negative systems, which protects them. They are only involved with Terra Ascension by psychic and etheric contacts. They use etheric ships and interdimensional travel. And the energy was reminding me of a couple people I know, actually, two men. Blue Avians. So I looked up Blue Avians, and an article came up February 28, 2023. So I had to look at it because it's February 28th, and the page I opened to was 2/28. And today is the 28th as well. And so that came up from xemplore.com, which I didn't realize at the moment, but that's a Google News thing, and it didn't actually tell you anything. It just kind of, made light of Gaia and the association of this information to Gaia, but it didn't actually go into the information about the Blue Avians, not that I could find anyway. So it's about Corey Good, who has a long relationship with abduction, and this was under the Gaia platform that they were referring to. And again, they associated Gaia with the QAnon conspiracy theorists and all that kind of stuff. But then I went to Ascension Works, which was a 5-week course on the Law of One from Corey Good and Mike Waskosley, and that was from 2021. So it was literally a 5-week course they were doing, and it included Michael Salla and Z Earthstar as well. And then 2011 Dream Encounters. 2014 became known as the Secret Space or PACE program. It said PACE, but I'm not sure if it was supposed to be space, and it was just a typo. The whistleblower under a pseudonym was approached by an 8-foot blue avian in his living room. And again, talking about Corey Good. The blue avian showed him his oneness with the entire universe as fractalized manifestation of the infinite creator. And then from others he was being shown that his energy from the blue avian was merging with the energy of Ra Ter Air, the Law of One, as the same 6th density energy, the same as his contact from 2017. But continued guidance from 4th density beings after they stopped connecting with him, known as Anshar, ANSHAR, about our transition now to the 4th density, which correlates with the raw contact info about the coming quote-unquote harvest or ascension, which we're all going through now. And again, the Blue Avians message was coming up here as service to others, to love and raise your consciousness level. Again, focus on forgiveness of self and others and higher vibrational diets. They said that they had tried to deliver this message 3 other times and was distorted by humanity, and that ending right there was at 11:33. So there's that energy of that unity consciousness and the 11 of alignment. So that was the message there. Open your wings at 11:34. Alignment, truth and balance, justice, with the 34 of the energetic exchange, the arrows of love, the back and forth across the bridge. Open your wings, stretch and breathe. Blue avians, blue bird-like humans from Man. The divine feminine, higher self, and patient angels are here to help you break your chains. And literally in the picture of the card here were seagulls, literally birds, breaking the chain apart. A serious connection to felines or iron lines. Remember, a line is an arc, 2 dots and an arc between. The iron arcs and the birds, which is coming up as by roads or 2 paths or byways. Iron arcs and byways. And the journey of Eve, which the word Eve literally means both numbers 2 and 3, or 3 and 2, which we're dealing with this year, 23 of the King of Wands. The divine feminine angel, and a wake-up call to transform and leap to abundance in the one for all, which 14 is the temperance card, the angel, the higher love, and the all, AWL, for one, the whole maker of the Holy Grail. Or 1441 is coming up as the 144 leap. To shake your butts while you still have them in abundance. That BUN is also a kidney marker, your organs that transform your food. The numbers in the underlying energy of the cards came up as 214321, a Valentine's Day countdown. 3, 2, 1. You and I will make a pact. We will bring salvation back. Where there is love, I'll be there. So again, the Jackson 5 came up there. I'll reach out my hand to you. I'll have faith in all you do. Just call my name and I'll be there. So you can listen to the whole song if you'd like. But I also posted the song on my Instagram post with that. So, and again, it's my brother's birthday today. So lots of positive energy there. So the angel and the phoenix rise through the signs of Gemini, where we were dealing with June, right, which is the lover's month of new and young. And also we had the lover's moon, June 3rd, which is my father's birthday. My mother and father came up incredibly in the read yesterday that I'm bringing to you. And there was just, right at the end, they were like staring at me, waiting for me to figure out the surprise ending. It was really cool. But Gemini, the Gemini moon, which was 6-3, going through June, into the June solstice, of course, June 21, and then going into Cancer with all the big energies there on July 3rd, and then 717, which was the changing of the guards, of the nodes, and the new moon, and now going into Leo after we had Mary Magdalene feast day, and then the new galactic year on the 23rd. As the dragon flies pulsing heart, the angel and phoenix rising through Gemini, Cancer, and Leo, as the dragonfly's pulsing heart, coming from a beautiful mind, rise together as divine feminine and divine masculine lovers' romance, as the Knight of Wands' heart lights up like an open book, reflecting unicorns on the 3340 bridge. 2 birds and 2 horses, whose wings and horns can't be seen in 3rd density, as 7th density chimes in. A wake-up call, Aquarius style, to the hourglass in our raised glasses and raised glass ceiling, seeing eye to eye today in the 2 of Cups and 2 of Wands energies. The eagle soars in Virgo above range to announce the birth of the Lambda, or Lambda Father, leap. All source children holding their finger in our chakra systems and DNA. Pair 24, numbers 47 and 48. A Valentine's Day countdown, as I said before. All right, so that was the message from today. So now we're going to go back to the message of the day, and then we will get into the twin flame read on the table. All right, so I also posted these cards on Instagram yesterday if you want to see that message as well. So these 4 cards from Nature's Whispers came up. And then here is the read that I'm going to give you now. Okay, so we have, just get this light out of the way. All right, so we have the Fortune's Oracle at the top, and then the Journey of Love, then Nature's Whispers, and at the bottom is the Shaman deck. Okay. For those of you not familiar, the left is the underlying energies. I pull 3 cards. Sometimes the 4th will come out. And then the extra cards that still want to come out organically, I use numerologically as well as to complete the storyline for each deck. So the decks, the piles at the end of the reads today came out again as the first cards came out 1111. So that's in Gematria comes up, Twin Flames is the first entry. And then 7413 also came up, but also 7213. So the Twin Flame 1111 alignment with self and other in the key for transition of the 72, which is the 4 of Pentacles, the Divine Masculine's heart in the Batcave in the Syrian Starseed deck. The Divine Masculine's heart leaps to fly from the crown to the heart, and leaping from there, the Emperor in his heart to connect with the Empress. And the number 413 comes up here as well as 213. So I lift them both up in Gematria. 413 comes up as number 1. It's the area code for Western Massachusetts. And the things that came up in Gematria were Hay, San Francisco, December 15th, Daddy, Chicago Bulls, State Farm, Triskelion, Luther, Bathtub, North Pole, Euphoria, I didn't even notice that. That came up in my message later. I didn't even notice that. So Euphoria came up. I am a socialist. Chaya, Chaya. Eddie, Eddy. Biscuit, and that was reminding me of Mr. Ed with Eddie and the Biscuit, and then the Pink Panther as well. And then Nicholas Kokalis, Ohio State. And we ended on Protocol as the 19th entry there. At 213, which is LA, were Bitcoin, Nimrod, Tamara, Marriage, Nicholas, God's Code was number 6, Accept All, The Bride, Cinnamon, The Magician, Dude, Racism, The Bible Code, and then the 14th entry, which is the Angel, I Am Batman. Carla Kinden also came up, Kinden, which was 15, Shift, and then Meatloaf was 17, and next to that was Peace of Mind. And I was getting that energy of a piece of meat as Meatloaf came in with Peace of Mind, which was 18. And then Blast, which is not Peace of Mind, is 19, which is the sun, so going from the moon to the sun. And then the 20th was Bitcoin again, and then 21 was Grace of God. Yesterday I also posted my 1s and 2s of Ks and Qs, the kings and queens of the Queen's Gambit, because there's a new message that came up around that with the music from the Queen's Gambit. Very powerful energies there. And the 27 is my Queen's Gambit, because the script 2 looks, or the script Q looks like the number 2, and the 7 comes up as the gamma ray. The old way of writing gamma was the 7, not the face forward gamma, and it was spelled with 1 M, not 2. But 27 was today, when I did this yesterday, versus the number 72, which is the Divine Masculine's heart in the Bat Cave, as number 14 entry 4213 was I'm Batman. And again in the city of LA, which is the angels. So the masculine comes up as the angels, as the 4 of Pentacles in the Bat Cave, right? The Batman in the Bat Cave, but also the angelic energy. And again, City of Angels was coming up just now. And then the 27 of the Queen's Gambit. Again, putting forward her pawn to test the waters, so to speak. The twin flames, the pillars of justice, of truth and balance, and the strength of Lionsgate. The star of Omega, and the Om Ega is the feminine ego. The divine feminine ego enlightenment, lightening up the ego. Sorry, I forget to unblur. The star boomerangs around, right? So we talk about the sun and the stars bursting out in phased array, which is that kind of like that firework energy of wasting energy. Whereas when it boomerangs, it's like the 8 coming back around again to the flower, right? So the star is sharp edges, and then if it boomerangs and comes back around in an arc, it draws a flower like the 2 nadis lines. So, let's see here. Containing that energy blast, all right, so the boomerangs come around to become the flower, the flower, the 8, containing that energy blast in the sound of silence, the freedom of the lambs. So at 12:11, which is the hanging man and justice, I'm not sure if my daughter's friend just pulled up, which was unexpected, so I might have to stop the video and restart in a new one. I can't stop and start this actual video because that doesn't work. Yes, it is. So she might come up to see me, so I might have to stop. But the underlying energy is the 4 of birth, the 42 of the blood dance, the 41 of being in service, and the 45 of repairing the veil, forgiveness. Holding Father's finger in the 2 of cups blood dance, the space between the chambers, the doorways, the portals, the moments of push and shove. The hesitation before exaltation, over the threshold to another dimension, which dimension remembers diamonds. So it's diamonds connection, or diamonds, M-E-N-S is humans, 2 humans connection, or diamonds, 2 worlds, 2 almond eyes. Not I am, but die am on DS or Ds. And again, the Deci seconds came up here, and that came up in Gematria the other day of DEC times 12, along with the March, M-A-R-C-H, all separate in capital letters. So deciseconds is the 10 to minus 1 seconds, but it was also coming up as the diamonds as the 2 hearts, the cup's energy, and then the definitions were coming up as flint for the fire, knife as the sword, and jar as the cup. So, I'm sorry, the hearts were coming up as wands energy. So not I am, but Di am, breaths and souls, as 2 am are forever. Forever, remember Eve is the 2 and the 3, right? Those who Eve, or those who Ev, for one who houses the royal flush, forever, equals 4, 3, and 2, 4 fixed and 3 and 2 active, as protons and electrons around the tree, the source, the neutrality. Jimmy Neutron in charge with pros and elects to circle around them with a ton of weight or world. Atlas, Metatron, as Michael Achilles, Michael was coming up there, Michael Heels, and you know what it was coming up as you and you know what I mean. Evolve, as the birth of the Lion and the Lamb and the blood dance of the heart and the Holy Grail, her whole, his rail. Okay, I'm going to have to stop now. I'll come right back.